Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hey everyone, how are ya?
Hello.
Hello, I'm here with my friend Fabio. How are ya?
Hey, I'm great, and you?
Good. We were just chitter chatting, and Fabio actually was one of the amazing men who attended my conscious vagina class that I did. I don't know, was it last year, Fabio?
Yes, it was last year. I was in south of Brazil in Santa Maria when you did the class, and it was freaking phenomenal.
Yay! I love it because these classes are not us. Like they have their own consciousness and they play with us and our energies and their energy and what they desire to bring into the world, we bring together. And it's just so different each time depending on who's in the class, who's translating, like all the different people, what the moon and the sun are positioned that moment. There's just so many things that reflect what ends up being created in these classes. And it's called Conscious Vagina, but it includes men and penises coming to class. So, Fabio.
I mean, what's the fun? I mean, like, apart from the fact that when Laleh invited me for the class and she said, "Hey, wanna play with the conscious vagina?" I said, "Hell yeah." That was a straight yes. And I was like, when I was posting, a lot of women, of course, were asking questions about the class, and I was like, I have no idea, but this is such a big yes for me that I just want to play with it. And I remember the day we had the class, I asked you for a question, and the facilitation, the space and the light. I mean, the point of view that you brought up that was sticking me on that particular topic was such an expensive space to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, how come I never looked at that? And that was brilliant. And I was so looking forward to playing in the next one and finding out more because it was, after all, just an intro. And I was like, hey, Laleh, what if we have a conscious vagina day class or something? How much more fun can we have with vaginas with one whole day, not just a quickie kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. I'm so
Thank
grateful for you.
Thank you. And I'm so grateful for Conscious Vagina because it really has its own energy. And what it invites people to is like, I never know each one of these classes is going to be like, because it really changes. And, you know, one thing that I have found though, at the beginning, it was women only. It really was a safe space for women to come and be able to ask any questions, no matter what it was. And shortly after, it really opened up that it really welcomed to have the male energy in it. And all of us at some point have had a penis or a vagina. And there's things that we don't even realize are holding us back from having everything that we desire in this lifetime. So for me, Conscious Vagina just keeps inviting the world to more of them and to actually have a level of oneness with their body, no matter what kind of body they have, no matter what their sex organs are, to really include every part of their body in their life.
Yeah.
So,
And one thing that, if I may, the space of really going beyond any point of view or any judgments that we might have from this reality is what fascinates me the most, because then we get to see the possibilities and how how it can expand our realities as men and women, or beyond men and women kind of thing, for even into stepping into relationship possibilities from a space of including and appreciating more your body, for, you know, the penis or vagina and all that comes along with it, and even being in allowance with all the limitations we bought so that we can make a different choice from that.
yeah. And thank you for your vulnerability because I know talking about a vagina when you're a man may not be an easy conversation. Like for you it might be an easy conversation.
Yeah, like I love vagina, so why would I not say that? So
Wait, okay, can I ask you one question though? Like, did your points of view about vaginas change after this, or did your sex life change about after this too?
absolutely, absolutely. Especially because I was like not going to the polarities of like looking at things at men and women, but more into the space of the infinite being and the choices of sex partners we could have, and the points of view that brought up you brought up in the facilitation about this vagina or penis, mostly focusing on the vagina side. And I know I love women, but they tend to have quite a few points of view about their own body. And that was like, so light to have all of that. And yeah, how can we have more of that? Laleh, please. Would you
Yeah.
go to?
Well, I have to say that, in the last few months, we actually now have the intro, but we also have the 1 day classes. And in the 1 day, like we really get to step into a different kind of conversation about possibilities with our bodies and our vaginas than a 2 hour class. And then next year, really looking at how can we also take this forward to more of a facilitator program as well, because there's so many people who are
Wow.
interested in actually sharing this with the world. And so, we just have to one step at a time, get the energies out there. And it's a different kind of facilitation when you're talking about bodies and especially vaginas, like some people I facilitate have had abuse. Some people have different things going on. So, when you're facilitating, you're not just facilitating based on someone's head, you're really facilitating a lot of different energies and bodies and things of that sort. So I'm really excited to the excitement people like your body just got excited like when I said
Hmm.
facilitator, like that is what this magical creation has been wanting to bring into the world, is people just having more joy and more of them in their life.
Wow. So I would be really, really grateful to learn more about this upcoming classes, that even the possibility of 1 day class, that would be lovely.
Yeah. Well, you can join us. We have our next one coming up in a couple of days. Can't wait.
Oh, really?
We're gonna have more and more coming up. I mean, we had one about 3 weeks ago, and I'm just following the energy, and when it's going to create greater in the world, we're scheduling them because right now it's quarantine time, so it's been a little bit different than how we used to have it scheduled as I was traveling around the world into different countries. So, but yeah, and we now even have its own page, Conscious Vagina, on Facebook, if you guys would like to learn more and really have a different kind of conversation started there. So, how does it get better?
How does it?
Thank you, Fabio. I'm super grateful for you.
My
Thanks for being
pleasure.
here today. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.